I'm just a peasant. I can't build there. I will work. I'm hungry. I do what I am told. Building construction I will do the best I can. I will obey. Can I have some shoes? This is hard work. What do you want? I will work. I can't build there.
Ready for war.
I'm just a peasant. Finished with the build. You change your mind often.
Ready for war.
I will do the best I can. Hungry.
Our courage will be seen by all.
Building construction has been completed. Cannot we live in peace? I will work. Our work is complete. I do what I am told. I will work. There's not enough room for that building. I will obey. I will work. I will do the best I can. Do not hurt me. I will work. Cannot we live in peace?
Upgrade
This hammer
complete.
is heavy. I will work. I will work.
It will be a big explosion.
Okay, I will work.
It will be a big explosion.
I will do the best I
It will
can.
be a big explosion.
Building construction live in peace.
It will be a big
I will try
explosion.
to hurry.
It will be a big
Building
explosion.
construction has
It will
been
be a
completed.
big explosion. It
Do
will
not
be a
hurt
big
me.
explosion. It will be a big explosion.
There's not enough
It
room
will
for
be a
that
big
building.
explosion.
This is
It will
hard
be a
work.
big
I am
explosion.
finished with the building. A lot of
It
work.
will be a big explosion. It will be a
I
big
will do
explosion.
what I must.
It will be
High
a big
explosives
explosion.
ready.
It will be a big explosion. It will
I'm
be a
hungry.
big explosion. It will be a big explosion. It will be a big explosion.
That was a lot of work. I will do the best I can. What do you want with me? This is hard
Yes.
work. Finished with the building. This hammer is heavy. I'm hungry. I can't build there. I can't build there. If that is what
Prepare
you want.
to fight. We will not be oppressed.
That was a lot of work.
Defending the tunnel
Our
network.
work is complete. Our work is complete.
Run for shelter.
High explosives
Get
ready.
them! Get them now!
Building construction has
The
been
building belongs to
Ammo
us
grenades
now.
loaded. Safe in there.
The building
I
belongs
sense
to us
danger
now.
may be near. The enemy may be near.
I like my new shoes. This is hard I'm just a peasant. I'm hungry. If that is what you want, attack him with the force.
Our structures will be guarded.
Okay, I will work. I am finished with the building. This hammer is heavy.
Defending the tunnel network.
Something for the masses. Our defenses will be hidden from the enemy. We'll send them running. Their tragedy will come.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
We'll send them running. Shall I push the button? Shall I push the button? Something for the masses. The bludgeon poised to strike. Something for the masses. Shall I push the running?
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
Something for the masses. Just close enough. Look at my
Toxin shields
beautiful
upgrade
weapon.
complete.
Anthrax warhead in place.
We will gain wealth for destroying
Push
the
the
enemy.
button. Shall I push the button? Look at my beautiful weapon. Anthrax warhead in place.
You change your mind often.
Be on watch for the enemy! Scud launcher, poised to strike. Shall I push the button? Shall I push the button?
Yes.
Something for the masses. Scud launcher,
Well done,
poised to
General.
strike.
You have reached a higher rank.
Do not hurt me. I'm hungry.
Shall
I
I
will
push
try
the
to
button?
hurry.
Shall I push the button? Look at my beautiful weapon. We'll send them running. Shall I push the button? The new cavalry has arrived, expanding service area. Scud launcher, poised to strike.
What do you want with me? I do what I am told.
Be careful. We have spotted a nuclear missile silo.
Yes. I will do what I must.
Where shall we strike? Our
Building
building is
construction has been
finished.
completed.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank. Be on guard. We have exposed an enemy particle camp.
Let us see what they are up to.
I'm just a peasant.
Lucky eyes at your disposal.
We have AP rockets now.
I will work. I will work. I will work. I will work. Cannot we live in peace? I will work.
Lucky eyes at your disposal.
A warrior has
I
fallen.
will work.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Lurking eyes at your disposal.
Where shall we
work
strike?
is
Building
complete.
is finished.
Oh, okay, I will work. That was a lot
Lurking
of
eyes
work.
at your disposal.
That building cannot fit there.
Let's fight! Yes, I go!
I'm just a peasant. Catching someone I'm hungry. I will do the best I can.
Lurking eyes at your disposal. Look at my beautiful weapon.
A warrior has fallen.
Lurking eyes at your disposal.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
They are affecting the reception.
Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we strike?
What do you want?
Our
work is a
building
lot
is
of work.
finished.
This is hard work.
We can now use our Scudstone.
I'm hungry.
A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we strike?
We have discovered an enemy Jarman camp.
A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
There won't be much left.
Where shall we strike?
Scud launcher, poised to strike.
A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we
use
strike?
our Scud storm.
Where shall we strike?
Making it safer. That
Our
was a lot
building
of
is
work.
finished. The warrior has fallen. General, our enemy is using their particle cannon. We have lost one of our buildings. The warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike?
We will not be oppressed.
Making it safer.
Nothing will stop us. Take us to
We
glory.
can now use
It is
our
a safe
Scud
place
storm.
to hide.
Our base is under attack.
Shall I push the button?
Our courage will be seen by all. Their tools may serve us well.
A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button? Launching Scud storm.
Where shall we strike?
Look at my beautiful weapon. Something for the masses. Swift ascension of doom. Their tragedy will cause something for the masses. Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike? A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button?
Our base is under attack.
Shall I push
Where
the
shall we
button?
strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we
We
strike?
can now use our Scud storm.
Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Launching Scud storm. Shall I push the button? Scud launcher, poised to strike. Shall I push
A
the
warrior
button?
has
Their
fallen.
tragedy will
General,
come.
a nuclear missile has been released. Our base is under attack.
Shall I
We have
push
lost
the
one of
button?
our buildings. A warrior has fallen.
Shall I push the button?
Catching supports.
Look at my beautiful weapon. Shall I
has fallen.
Scud launcher poised to strike. Shall I push the button?
Cannot we live in peace? I will work.
Shall I push the button?
I will work.
Look at my beautiful weapon.
A warrior has fallen. We can now use our skeleton.
Quick, ready yourself. The tragedy will come. Shall I push the button?
Be on guard. We have exposed an enemy strike.
Attaching support. I will work. Yes.
Our base is under
I
attack.
guess I should wait for the attack.
Where shall we strike? 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 We can now use our scuds to
We'll send them running.
warrior has fallen.
Shall I push the button? Look at my beautiful weapon. We'll send them
Base is
running.
under attack. We have lost
delay.
one of our buildings.
Getting in range.
Be careful. We have spotted a nuclear missile silo.
Shall I look at my beautiful weapon?
Where shall we strike? We can
Where
now
shall
use
we
our
strike?
Scudstone.
Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? A warrior has fallen.
Be on watch for the enemy explosives. Ready. I sense danger. Maybe ready yourself. Shall I push the button? I sense danger maybe near. Destroy them all! Guarding the GLA underground.
Where shall we strike? A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike?
It will be much
Where
stronger.
shall we
Push
strike?
the button.
Where shall we strike?
We can
Where
now
shall
use
we
our
strike?
Scudstorm.
Shall I push the button? Tragedy will come.
A warrior has
Look at
fallen.
my beautiful weapon.
Building harder walls.
Where shall we strike?
Push the button.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we
We
strike?
can now use our Scudstorm.
Where shall we strike?
It will be much stronger.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button? Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike? Where shall we
warrior
strike?
has fallen.
Where shall we strike?
Launching Scudstorm.
Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button?
A warrior has
It will
fallen.
be much stronger.
Shall I push the button?
We can now
Where
use
shall
our
we strike?
Scudstorm.
Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike?
Launching Scudstorm.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall
A
we strike?
warrior has fallen.
Shall I push the button?
Where
have
shall we
more
strike?
buggy ammo now.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We'll send them running. The
information you need, General.
Push the button.
The worms should like the dirt.
I'm just a peasant for the attack.
Shall I push the button? Shall I push the button?
Where shall we strike?
Push the button.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we
Scorpion
strike?
rocket installed, sir.
No cost is too great. Our day has come.
A warrior has fallen.
Shall I push the button? Shall I push the button? Something for the masses. Their tragedy will come. Shall I push the button?
What we can now use our Scudstorm.
Big explosion. We will sabotage the enemy with trucks. It will be a big explosion.
Our base is under attack.
It will be a big explosion.
We are upgrading to armor-piercing bullets.
It will be a big explosion.
Where shall we strike?
We will sabotage the
Where
enemy
shall we
with
strike?
trucks. It will be a big explosion.
Where shall we
It will
strike?
be a big explosion. It will be a big
Where shall we
explosion.
strike?
It will be
Where
a
shall
big
we strike?
explosion.
Where shall we strike?
Shall I push
Where
the
shall we
button?
strike?
It will
Where
be a
shall we
big
strike?
explosion. We will sabotage the enemy
Where
with
shall we
trucks.
strike?
Big explosion.
Where shall we strike?
Big explosion. It will
Where
be a
shall we
big
strike?
explosion. It will
Where
be a
shall we
big
strike?
explosion.
We can now use our
Where shall
Scudstorm.
we strike?
It will be a
We can
big
now use
explosion.
our Scudstorm.
We will sabotage the enemy
push
with
the
trucks.
button?
It will be a big explosion. It will be a big explosion.
Our diamond kelp has been seen by the enemy.
Our base is under attack.
Scud launcher poised to strike. Essential. Big explosion. We'll send them running. Big explosion. Scud launcher poised to strike. Big explosion. Big explosion. Big explosion.
Our base is under attack.
It will be a big
A
explosion.
warrior has fallen.
Big explosion. It will be a big explosion.
The cannons will protect us.
Hey, be careful with your boat.
It will be a big explosion. It will be a big explosion.
High explosives ready, defending the tunnel network. High explosives ready, be on watch for the enemy.
A
The cannons
warrior
will
has
protect
fallen.
us.
Big explosion.
Committed to the
Big
cause.
explosion. It is my destiny.
It must be done.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Our diamond kelp has been seen by the enemy.
Where shall we strike?
The button.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use our
Where
Scudstorm.
shall we strike?
A warrior
Where
has
shall we
fallen.
strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now
Where
use
shall
our
we strike?
Scudstorm.
Our
base
where
is
shall we
under
strike?
attack.
We'll send
We
them
lost one of our
running.
buildings.
A warrior has fallen. We can now use our
Where shall we
Scudstorm.
strike?
The button.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Okay, now, where are we going next?
Our diamond kelp has been seen by the
The
enemy.
button.
We will not be stopped! Hurry now. I have more passengers waiting.
Guarding the GLA underground.
I know my purpose. On the way.
Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud
Shall I
storm.
push the
Our
button?
base is under attack.
Where
cannot
shall we
see
strike?
any more supplies.
Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we strike?
I'm hungry. I will help.
Scud launcher poised to strike.
High explosives ready.
Hey, hey, hey. Be
A
careful with
warrior
your boat.
has fallen. We have
My
lost
men will
one of our
protect
blades. Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Surprises.
Okay, now, where are we going next? Hurry now. I have more passengers waiting.
I'm ready.
A warrior has fallen.
Committed to the cause. Shall I push the button?
Hey, hey, hey. Be careful with your boat. Okay, now, where are we going next? Clear the seats.
Nothing is
Where
A
shall we
warrior
strike?
has fallen.
Where shall we strike?
Shall I push the button? Something for the masses.
What do you want?
Their tragedy will
A
come.
warrior has fallen.
We'll send them running.
Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Push the button.
Hey, hey, hey. Be careful with your boat.
Guarding the GLA
Okay, over
underground.
there. You there. Come along with us.
A warrior has fallen.
High explosives ready. We have many demo traps to spare. Okay, now, where are we going next?
Be
I sense
careful.
danger
We
maybe
have
near.
spotted a nuclear missile silo.
Must be careful. Stay close to safety.
Big explosion. It will be a big explosion. Big explosion.
A warrior has fallen.
Big explosion. Big explosion.
Guarding the GLA underground.
We can
Watch
now
your
use
step.
our scud storm.
Big explosion.
High explosives ready.
Big explosion. It will be a big explosion.
Something for the
Big
masses.
explosion.
Look at my beautiful weapon.
Big explosion.
Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
My plan will do good for you in fact. Hey, hey, hey. Be careful with your boat, please. My plan will do good for you in fact.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We will sabotage
Where
the
shall
enemy
we
with
strike?
traps.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use
Where
our
shall
scud
we
storm.
strike? Where shall
Warrior
we
has
strike?
fallen. Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Where shall we strike?
Prepare to fight. The higher order shall reign. Fight. We will not be oppressed. They will be killed.
A warrior has fallen.
Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud storm.
Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we strike?
I
Okay,
sense
now,
danger
where are we going?
near.
Many demo traps to spare. You there, come along with us. We have many demo traps to spare. Okay, now, where are we going next?
I am waiting.
Where shall we
We
strike?
can now use our scud storm. Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud storm.
Quick, ready yourself.
Hey, be careful with your boat. Hey, be careful with your boat. You in battle.
You, out of my bus! We have many demo traps to spare. Committed to the cause.
The tunnels will protect us. Over there.
I hear you.
Okay, now, where are we going next? Hey, be
The
careful with
water
your boat.
has fallen.
We'll get there soon enough.
Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud storm.
Where shall we strike? 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 Where shall we strike?
A warrior has fallen.
Where shall we strike?
Quick, ready yourself. The enemy may be near.
My plan will do good for you in battle.
Guarding the GLA
Watch your
underground.
Their tragedy will come. Scud launcher poised to strike.
A warrior has fallen.
We have many demo traps to spare. We will take this next.
Let's go now. I'll put them on rest. Hey, be careful with the upholstery. Okay, now, where are we going next? We'll get there soon enough.
Do it now!
I'll put them on rest. Let's go now.
Marauder,
We'll
take
get
us.
there soon enough. Let's go now. We'll get there soon enough. We'll get there soon enough. We'll get there soon enough. We'll get there soon enough.
Marauder, take this. Take this. We have no time to waste.
Let's go now. Let's go now.
We have no time to
Warrior
waste.
has fallen.
We have no time to waste. We will turn them into soup. Ah, yes. Marauder, take this.
Hey, be careful with my plan will do good for you in battle. We'll get there soon enough.
Ah, yes. We will take this.
Hey, be careful with your boat. Okay, now, where are we going?
We will turn them into soup.
A warrior has fallen.
Release the demo trap. We will turn them into soup. We have many demo traps to spare.
We can now use our scud
Release the
storm.
demo trap.
Okay, now, where are we going next?
We have many demo traps to spare.
My plan will do good for you in battle.
We have many demo traps to spare.
A warrior has fallen.
Defending the tunnel network. Overtake them.
Where shall we strike?
Demo grenades loaded.
A warrior has fallen.
I'm just a peasant.
A warrior has fallen.
I will obey. Do not hurt me. Okay, I will work.
Marauder, take us out. I'll put them
Do
on
not
rest.
hurt me.
Marauder, take us out. I'll put them on rest.
Look at my beautiful weapon. We Without delay. Moving carefully. Getting in range.
I'll put them on the
We'll
rest.
send them running. Armor bolted in. Just show me where they are. Scud launcher, poised to strike. Positioning for launch cycle. Scud launcher, poised to
A warrior
strike.
has fallen.
What can I say? I'm a taker.
I'll put them all to rest.
Look at my beautiful weapon.
A warrior has fallen.
The scud. Without delay. Just close
I'll
enough.
put them all to rest.
Getting in range.
A warrior has fallen.
Something for the masses. Moving carefully.
I'll put them all to rest.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud
Where
storm.
shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud
Where
storm.
shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use our scud storm.
Something for the masses. Getting in range. Look at my beautiful weapon.
A warrior has fallen. A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
We can now use our
Where
scud
shall we
storm.
strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? A warrior has fallen.
No cost is too great. The way is clear. Let's kick up some dirt. Our day has come.
A warrior has fallen.
I'll get there. I'm going to better than this. Don't get on my backside.
Let's kick up some dirt.
A warrior has fallen.
It all works. Better be worth it.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Oh, we can now
Where
use
shall
our
we
scud
strike?
storm.
Where shall we strike?
Let's kick up some dirt.
Marauder tank assembled.
Let's kick
A
up some
warrior
dirt.
has fallen.
Let's kick up some dirt.
What can I say? I'm a
A
taker.
warrior has fallen.
Marauder
Threads
tank
tighten.
assembled.
Where shall we strike?
What can I say?
Where shall we strike?
Let's kick up some
It
dirt.
all works.
It
What
all
can I
works.
say? I'm a taker. What can I say? I'm a taker.
A warrior has fallen.
Armor is bolted in. Get to the goods.
A warrior has fallen.
Threads tighten.
May be approaching. Where shall we strike? Has fallen. Where shall we
We
strike?
have discovered an enemy
Where shall we
shaman
strike?
squad.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
I'll put them all to rest. I'll put them all to rest.
Send
Warrior
them
has
running.
fallen.
I'll put them all to rest.
Something for the masses.
Be a big explosion.
I'll put them all to rest.
Big
I'll put them all to rest.
It all works.
I'll put them all to rest.
Where shall we strike?
will be a
Where
big
shall we
explosion.
strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we
Will
strike?
be a big explosion.
Where shall we strike?
I'll put
Where
them all to
shall we
rest.
strike?
It will be a
Where
big
shall we strike?
explosion.
Where shall we
I'll
strike?
put them all to rest.
Where shall we
It
strike?
will be a big
Where shall
explosion.
we strike?
I'll put
It
them
will
all
be
to
a
rest.
big explosion.
Where shall we strike?
I'll put them all to rest. I'll put them all to rest. I'll put them all to rest.
I will obey. Yes. I can't build there. What do you want with me?
A warrior has fallen.
I will obey. That building cannot fit there. It will be much too hard. That is a lot of work.
A warrior has fallen. We can now use our scudstone.
Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. Kick up some dirt.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Scorpion, ready to sting.
I'll put them all to rest.
Where shall we strike?
Scorpion,
Where shall
ready
we
to
strike?
sting.
I'll put them all to rest.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Where shall we
Scorpion,
strike?
ready to strike.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we
Scorpion,
strike?
ready to strike.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? We can now
Scorpion,
use our
ready to sting.
scudstone.
I'll put them all to rest.
Let's kick up some dirt.
A warrior has fallen.
Scorpion, ready to sting.
Where shall we strike?
I'll put them all to rest.
Let's kick up some dirt. Scorpion, ready to sting.
Where shall we strike?
I'll put them all to rest.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we
I'll put them
strike?
all to rest.
Let's kick up some dirt.
We can now use our scudstone.
I'll put them all
Where
to rest.
shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? We can
Where
now
shall we
use our
strike?
scudstone. Where shall we strike?
We can now use
Where
our
shall we
scudstone.
strike?
Scud launcher, poised to strike. Look at my beautiful weapon. Scud launcher, poised to strike.
A warrior has fallen.
Got something for me?
Let's kick up some dirt.
A warrior has fallen.
Look at my beautiful weapon.
Let's kick up
Just
some dirt.
close enough. Getting in range. Without delay.
There are no
kick
more
up some
supplies
dirt.
to carry.
Where shall we strike?
Feel the scorpion sting.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Let's kick up some dirt.
Where shall we strike?
Our way. The way is clear.
I say, I will take her.
Let's kick up some dirt. Stinger launched.
Marauder tank assemble.
A warrior has fallen. Where shall we strike?
Let's kick up some dirt.
Marauder tank assemble.
Where shall we
Firing
strike?
stinger.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Firing stinger. Let's kick up some dirt.
Marauder tank assemble. Marauder
Our
tank
way
assemble.
is through. We will not
Marauder
be
tank
hindered. Let's kick up some dirt.
Marauder tank assemble. Marauder tank assemble. Marauder tank assemble.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Marauder tank assemble. Marauder tank assemble.
Sending the missile.
Marauder tank assembled.
Where
A
shall we
warrior
strike?
has fallen.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Stinger
Where
launched.
shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
Stinger launched.
A warrior has fallen.
Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike?
A warrior has
We will
fallen.
not be oppressed. Sending the missile. Let's fight. Yes, I go. It will hit its target.
A warrior has fallen.
The higher order shall reign. Firing Stinger.
A warrior
Stinger
has fallen.
launched.
All right, let's go. I ride alone.
No cost is too great. Yes, I go.
Armor bolted in. I will grind them up. It's never enough for me. Piece by piece. Winner takes all. Piece by piece. Winner takes all. I will grind them up. Winner takes all.
We can now use our scout storm.
Stinger
I'll be sorting
launched.
through your scraps. Piece by piece. It's never enough for me. Just show me where they are. Let's see what we find. Just show me where they are.
A warrior
I'll
has
be
fallen.
sorting through your scraps. Let's see what we find.
Scorpion tank. As you request.
We'll send them running.
A warrior has
You're
fallen.
my beautiful weapon.
Load the sky. Feel the scorpion sting. It will hit
I've
its
been
target.
waiting for this. We'll send them
Fire
Warrior
running.
has
Stinger.
fallen.
Threads
Prepare
tighten.
to fight. Nothing will stop us.
Armor portable. Avoid the bombs. Better be
Warrior
worse.
has fallen.
What can I say? I'm a taker. Avoid the bombs. Threads tighten. It all works. I'll be sorting through your scraps. Threads tighten. Piece by piece. It better be worth it. Get to the goods. It better be worth it.
We are
Where shall we
victorious.
strike? Where shall we strike?